What is good, Ninja? OG over here from Player Essence, and welcome to another PE Nintendo Switch and Gaming News video. Today, we have some great information and we have some funny and sad information. And we're going to go ahead and start off with that sad information. And it's always funny when you talk about the gaming industry, when you talk about the users out there, and how crazy people can be. People have accused me and others that I associate with being just the biggest fanboys out there. But the funniest thing is that I'm not the one who's going out there and like raging sales wars on every single NPD. I'm not the one who's going out there and saying this is outselling this and this is outselling this and yeah, we won. And like, I'm not the one who's doing all that. You have a whole flock of jabronis, okay, and the real fanboys who are out here trying to act like one console is selling 20 or 30 or 40,000 more than another console in December 2017 NPD actually means something to them or anything. It means absolutely nothing. And as much as everyone likes to talk about third-party support, it means nothing. The PS4 can outsell the Xbox One by a million consoles every single month, and I guarantee you 95 to 99% of the games when it comes to Western support, when it comes to big games, are going to be right on that Xbox One, okay? The Nintendo Switch can outsell the Xbox One by however many consoles, and I guarantee you there will be third-party games that come to the Xbox One instead of the Nintendo Switch. It just won't come to the system. These sales wars are so dumb, and N4G literally had a little bit of a minor meltdown, okay, like a little mini meltdown because of the fact that Aaron Greenberg announced that the Nintendo Switch won the December NPD. Listen, guys, when I saw this, I was like, okay, whatever. And I've said this every single time about Nintendo Switch outselling PS4 or outselling Xbox One in the NPD. And I've had it and I've talked about it. And it's not like I'm saying, yes, Nintendo Switch won. I love Nintendo. They won. All I say is good. It's good because I would just want to see the Nintendo Switch sell so we get more games. That's all I ever say when it comes to it. I could care less if they outsell the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One. Heck, if you want to look at things in Europe, the PlayStation 4 is destroying everyone, and worldwide, I'm pretty sure the PlayStation 4 is pretty much the #1 system being sold. But this thread, where the mini meltdown was going on, was about the NPD. And what does NPD cover? It covers US sales. Nobody's talking about other sales from other areas or anything like that. So the amount of unneeded, in my opinion, trying to damage control or trying to make it seem as if there's damage to control. I think that's the biggest issue that I have because they think that's because like the PS4 didn't win 1 month or whatever it was in NPD, that they need to sit there and say, oh, but this and this, and it's like, no, the PS4, okay, is already a really highly popular system. There's no need for anyone to come out and say anything. It just lost the NPD in terms of the number of units sold, but it's still sold really, really well. It's like literally nothing in terms of units. The differences between these systems is so minuscule. So I just don't understand why so many people rush to these comment sections to sit here and make excuse after excuse after excuse. Stuff that me and a lot of the people that I associate with never do, but will get attacked ruthlessly sometimes by some people as being fanboys or this and that, and we're not the ones who are sitting out here making these type of threads and pulling up every single excuse in the book. All we want to do, especially after the Wii U, when excuses needed to be made, especially after the Wii U, all we want to see is Nintendo succeed. All we want to see is Nintendo sell systems so we don't have third-party developers skipping the system. You know, the reason why the Nintendo Switch is doing so much better is, one, because of the architecture. That's been a big help. But also because of the sales. The fact that the system is selling is now convincing developers to say, yes, I'm going to put this game on there. Even if it might come a little bit later, or even if it doesn't have all the features, we will do what we can to put this game out there because the Nintendo Switch is selling and people want to play games on the system. So this was just a little bit of a mini rant. I'm sick and tired of this attitude and this behavior from these sales warriors. I just think it's ridiculous, and these are the true fanboys out there. The ones that are pushing these sales as if they mean something. All I want to see is Nintendo do well so I can get more support. That's it. That's all what I want to see. That's all what I want to see, okay? I want to see them get more support. I don't care if it's 60 frames per second versus 30 frames per second, Dark Souls, or whatever it is. It's better than 0 frames per second the Wii U got, because that's what happened on the Wii U. It was 0 frames per second because the games just didn't come over at all. So I'll take that 30 over that nada, nothing, 0, zilch, whatever you want to say it was, because that's how it was. I'll take the game over not getting it at all. So that's my piece on that. Little bit of a mini rant because of this mini meltdown as far as N4G goes. And I know everyone says don't go to that site, it's ridiculous, but I just find it hilarious that this type of attitude still consists. It seems like N4G has been around for so many years now. I think more than a decade at this point it's been around, and it just seems like the people just evolve into their roles. Either they keep on being there, you know what I'm saying, and they don't stop. So there are people that were in their 20s back when it started, and now they're in their 30s or 40s and they're still going on, or it's like they mold their kids to grow into this fanboy garbage. Because, you know, I was on N4G and I was talking back and forth 10 years ago or whatever it was, and now that I'm going into my 30s, I don't even care or even worry about that type of stuff in terms of N4G and raging sales wars and stuff. So it seems like some people never grow out of it, or people just mold right into it. I'm not really sure. So what do you guys think about this in terms of all of what's going on? I guess you don't have to go there if you don't want to. I just wanted to get a little bit of a mini rant out because I just think it's ridiculous. People just play your games and have fun. Who cares about this? Literally, like, the difference between sales was so minuscule in the December 2017 NPD, which is for the US. It was just so small. It's not even worth really even caring about or arguing or getting mad or whatever the case is. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. All right, and moving to the next article here, we have a Splatoon 2 new version 2.20 update. It's due out January 16th, and we have the full patch notes, but I will not be going over the full patch notes because the patch notes are a little bit too much full for me to go over on this whole video. It will take a long time to go over everything, so I'm going to go over some of the bullet points in terms of the multiplayer salmon run and things like that. So let's go ahead and get into it right here. Fixed an issue with the bubble effect displayed when taking damage while submerged. Would not be displayed if you momentarily went outside of the ink or treaded on opponent's ink. Fixed an issue in which if the player activated the splashdown while swinging a roller or slosher type weapon, the other players would see them as floating up while holding their weapon aloft. Okay, and these are the type of fixes that we're talking about here. These weird things that I don't even know what's going on here, and there is just, like, seriously, like a whole paragraphs of these fixes here. So you're gonna get a better experience with less glitches basically when it comes to changes to multiplayer. Now they've also made some changes to salmon run as well. They fixed a rare issue in which a player would clip into the terrain if they touched a scrapper stopped on a slope. Fixed an issue in which if any player disconnected in the interval between waves and all remaining players died in the next wave, the job would not end until time ran out. Fixed an issue in which it was possible to cause damage to Gusher in background terrain. So there you go, guys. Fixes the salmon run. Also, there's been some other changes. They fixed an issue in which a piece of terrain seemed to be floating in the air when viewing a match in Walleye Warehouse using an overhead camera in spectator mode. They also fixed some other things as well in terms of other changes. If you want to see the full list there, there's just a ton of just weird, quirky stuff that you're like, okay, unless you play the game and you play to break the game, or you're playing the game so much and really doing a ton of stuff, you're not going to see half of this stuff, because half of this stuff, I don't even know what's going on with it. So what do you guys think about this in terms of Splatoon? Now, we did have that big 2.0 update, which added a lot of great stuff to the mix. And we've been playing a little bit of Splatoon 2 when it comes to the PE arena. So what do you guys think about all these changes here when it comes to Splatoon 2 version 2.20? Remember, it's launching on January 16th. That is this upcoming week. So we should have it here by midweek or so. So what do you guys think about this? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving into the final article here, we have the Nintendo Switch eShop charts for January 14th, 2018. No big surprises or shocks here, but I did want to go over the list here with the top 20 games. So let's start off at the bottom at number 20. We have The Escapist 2, which just launched. Really good game. I actually have a review code for it. I need to actually check that out, upload some footage to the channel. We have number 19, Mighty Gunvolt Burst. Number 18, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Shoutouts to Xenoblade 2. Number 17, Shovel Knight Treasure Trove. Number 16, Snipper Clips. Number 15, Brawl Out. Number 14, Human Fall Flat. Number 13, Splatoon 2. Number 12, Sonic Mania. Number 11, Enter the Gungeon. Number 10, Overcooked Special Edition. Number 9, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Number 8, Minecraft Nintendo Switch Edition. Number 7, Super Mario Odyssey. Number 6, Oxenfree. Number 5, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Number 4, Stardew Valley. Number 3, NBA Playgrounds Enhanced Edition. Number 2, Rocket League. And number 1, Arcade Archives versus Super Mario Bros. So that's interesting. That game has been vaulting up and up on the charts. I'm not sure if there was a sale or something, but either way, it's number 1 unseating Rocket League, which is usually in the top 3, and I think that they're pretty much fine with Rocket League. It's been one of the top sellers for quite some time. Ever since it launched, really, it jumped up to number 1 or 2, and it's been number 1, 2, or 3 pretty much since it launched. So really good stuff there. Another thing that I want to point out with this list, we have stuff like Human Fall Flat, Brawlout still in the top 20, which is really good. I also wanted to point out that Enter the Gungeon isn't losing too much ground when it comes to things. Remember, they announced that they sold over 75,000 copies in the first 2 weeks, and that was when it was in the top 5 spots, number 2 at its highest. But now it's actually went down, but it's still doing really good. Halfway there, number 11, not bad at all. And also Oxenfree, that's another game that's not getting a ton of publicity, but is selling pretty well in all of the world when it comes to the eShop charts. I know in Europe, it was topping the eShop charts as well. And one thing to remember with the eShop sales charts, guys, Nintendo has been logging their most successful digital sales for the Nintendo Switch that they've ever had in their systems in the past 10 years. So Nintendo's selling big numbers. As we've seen with multiple different indie developers talk about what games are selling and how they're happy with Nintendo Switch sales. Heck, we just had the Team Meat talk about Super Meat Boy that sold almost as close to the Xbox 360 day one sales. Pretty close to that. And that's not even in the top 20 here. I don't see Super Meat Boy at all. So the fact that it's not even in the top 20, but they're so happy with the sales, goes to tell you that, yeah, a lot of games, even outside of the top 20, are probably still selling pretty well, considering they're smaller in scope outside of the big stuff that Nintendo has out here, like Zelda and Mario Kart and things like that. So what do you guys think about the top 20 eShop sales here? Any of the games that you just picked up? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of Player Essence across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon and YouTube live gaming page and consider supporting Player Essence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emotes via YouTube sponsorship. So check out the link in the description below and consider supporting Player Essence right here on YouTube. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you for the next video. Peace.